Why use ambient occlusion in PC game settings? Have you ever wondered why some games look so much more realistic than others? One key factor is ambient occlusion. This technique is used in PC game settings to make visuals more lifelike. It simulates how ambient light interacts with objects and surfaces in a three-dimensional environment. This means that areas where light is blocked, like corners and creases, get subtle shading. This shading adds depth and makes everything feel more grounded. So, what exactly is ambient occlusion? It estimates how much ambient light reaches different parts of a surface. It takes into account nearby geometry that might block light. The result is soft shadows in places where light would struggle to reach. This enhances the feeling of volume and distance between objects, making the game world feel more real. When you enable ambient occlusion in your graphics presets, you can increase immersion. The environments look more natural and detailed. Small details and textures that would otherwise appear flat are highlighted. This improves the overall aesthetic quality of the game without needing full ray tracing, which can be much more demanding on your hardware. There are various types of ambient occlusion techniques. One popular method is Screen Space Ambient Occlusion. This technique balances visual quality and performance. It approximates the effect in real time without a heavy computational cost. This makes it a favorite in many games because it adds noticeable depth without drastically reducing frame rates. However, there is a performance cost to consider. Turning on ambient occlusion can reduce frames per second by around 10 or more, depending on the game and your hardware. If you prioritize smooth performance, especially on mid-range personal computers, it might be wise to adjust the ambient occlusion settings or even disable it for better frames per second. On high-end personal computers, enabling ambient occlusion can significantly improve visuals with minimal impact on gameplay smoothness. In summary, ambient occlusion is a technique that adds realistic shading to enhance depth perception and visual fidelity. It helps create immersive and believable game worlds by simulating how ambient light behaves. Gamers often balance the settings based on their hardware capabilities and their preference for visual quality versus performance.